Yay! Look at this, everybody. Finally, my gate has been installed. Okay, so it kind of looks weird because we haven't knocked down this wall in the old gate yet, but you can see them. I know you can. So we have this double door gate right here that we can open up. It opens out towards the street. And that way we can get the rest of this stuff filled in with cement here and over here, and this wall taken down, all this taken down and filled in with cement. And that way my husband can then pull cars back here and work on them, since that's what he likes to do, is work on vehicles and stuff. And he's got a project car that he's working on. So yay, I'm so happy. And it's so nice. It's a vinyl. It's a vinyl door, and they're nice and tall, so that gives us some more privacy. Whereas this one, you've seen me do videos and I'm just looking right over onto the street. Well, that's not gonna happen anymore. Not like that, that is. I'm gonna have to actually come over here and go right here to this little crack and do a shot like this, maybe. I'm being silly, but I'm just overjoyed that it's finally up and done. And so now all we have to do is just get the cement put in and get working on the gate on the other side of the yard. And then I'll be that much closer to having the well, not just me, my husband too, having the dream backyard that we've been envisioning. Okay, I just wanted to show you, in case some of you were curious about how things worked out with this bed. If you remember, this bed I had covered it over with plastic. This white plastic. Okay, so note to myself, never use white plastic. It doesn't kill off or smother out the light enough to where things won't grow underneath. Look at that, I got potato growing under here. Some more of those cattails are growing too. And that's interesting because I didn't water, but I guess all the rain that we've gotten and the straw that's on here help retain the moisture, and so cattails regrew. I thought I got all the root when I pulled it out the first time, but I guess not. And then another potato. I'm gonna try and save these potatoes. I'm gonna try and dig it out and keep them. But if not, I mean, I have tons of potato growing already, so we'll see. But I just wanted to show you what this looks like right now. I'm gonna dig out this straw, and for future reference, I'll probably not use straw again in the beds. I'll probably just get some straw and put in my compost so it can be composted. A few people said that certain types of straw still has the seeds in there, grass seed in it, and I guess this did, and that's why I keep getting all these long grasses and stuff growing in my beds. So I'm gonna cut out using straw directly in my beds and just compost it. So I'll try and get another video of how this is gonna look after I get it prepped so I can start planting stuff in it. I just wanted to show all these worms that's down in this soil. They reseeded now. There was a whole bunch of them. Oh yeah, you can still see some of them. A whole bunch of worms in here. All this black soil, all these worms, all this life in this soil. It's so rich. Okay, so now this bed, I had the straw and plastic covering over it. When I took it off, the soil is rich. We've taken the straw off of it that was left on top that didn't break down. But there was a lot of grasses, and I found a couple of potato plants growing under there, and those cattails were back. I'm trying to get rid of those cattails. I thought I dug all of the roots and tubers out, but I guess I missed some because there was a lot of them that popped up again. I plan on still adding a little bit more soil to this as I plant down into it, and then I'll just have to cut and pull the grass as it pops out, which I'm sure it will be popping out of these holes. I just got to figure out how I can get them to not pop out of those holes. And I'm thinking maybe because I don't know, I'll show you this bed over here. On my way, I took down those strawberry shelf that I had up there. I'm about to change this bed so that I can plant all my watermelons over here in this section. And so I already started tearing all that stuff down, and I'm just gonna add a whole bunch of organic matter and stuff to break down over here, and then plant my watermelons. Now in this bed, I had this bed covered with all this cardboard, and it was covered for a few months that way with that cardboard on it. And so over here with the cardboard, you can see there's nothing that grew inside of it. Even though there was straw here, nothing grew up inside of it. There's this little in the back there, a little weed that popped up in the last couple of days that I had it uncovered, but there was no life that grew, a plant life that grew in this. There's a lot of worms, there's a lot of bugs under there when I pulled it out, but nothing green and alive like that. Now these I had planted over here. This was part of my cool weather crops that I had growing. Look at the lizard. I don't know if you can see him back on that back part of the right corner of the bed doing his little push-ups. I got a lot of those running around here. But these cabbages and broccolis and cauliflowers, I had them planted in some trays, some starter trays, and so I just went on ahead and put them out here. I didn't expect that they would do anything. Well, I kind of was hopeful that they would do something, but when the temperature started elevating, and we've been staying in 80, 90 degree weather, sometimes almost 100 degrees, I just knew then that, okay, these are gonna probably bolt. I don't think they're gonna do anything for me. So, I don't know, we'll see. I'm gonna leave them. And we'll see. This bed over here, usually, it gets a good amount of morning sun. But after the afternoon, this fence starts to shade it out, and it's shaded for the rest of the day, for the hot part of the day. So, I don't know, we'll see. We'll see if these go to seed or if they actually produce something for me. Right now, I'm just so excited. So, because that cardboard worked so well over here, what I might end up doing is putting cardboard over this one too, leveling it out, putting cardboard over it as well, just so I can have a better representation of what cardboard can do, because the bed that's way over here still had stuff growing out of it, and it wasn't covered by cardboard. And now I'm trying to cover it with cardboard, but I don't think it's gonna perform all that great with the cardboard now because it already started growing stuff in it, whereas this one is a bare slate, and I can just put some holes maybe in some of this cardboard that I already had on it, fix it up here, put some holes in it, and grow in it, and utilize what I have here left over. So decisions. I just wanted to share this part of the garden with you. I'm getting more stuff planted out. I have things popping up already and growing in other areas of the garden, and so I will be starting garden tours soon on things that are popping up and growing and doing well. So stay tuned. So this side of my yard looks way different now. We finally got the gate finished, which I showed you, and we finally got the cement laid in here. Remember, all of this was dirt, just dirt and leaves and debris. Looks a whole lot cleaner now that there's cement and not all that stuff. So we still are waiting for this cement to dry before we can pull our cars back here, because this is the area that my hubby wanted to be able to work on his cars and stuff. That's why he's got all these shelving units out here so he can stack stuff. Eventually, probably next year, not this year, next year, because this year all our money is running out. But probably next year we'll get the carport put up over here, and covering the shed and just covering the space so that he can work out here on the vehicles. He's got a project car that he's working on, so that'll help him out a lot to keep it covered and get it out of the garage. But yeah, I like these doors a lot. I like that they're tall. That if you remember from some of my other videos, whenever I showed you this side, I was able to just video right over the top of the gate that was here because it was short, and people could see you or see me as I'm walking around back here. And yeah, I really didn't like that so much. So I like that I can be back here, and at least from the front, no one can see me. I like that. Sometimes I don't feel like combing my hair. And so now I can just not have to worry about scaring people. So anyways, I just wanted to show you this part is done. Hopefully eventually we'll get this same type of fencing, same color and everything done on the other side of the house. I talked about that before, so that we can change the configuration of the backyard, and I can add a greenhouse onto the other side. So we're getting closer to it. Slow, but it's gonna happen. I just like to say thank you for those of you who are watching my videos and leaving comments and stuff. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. If you haven't subscribed and you're watching this video and it's a first of my videos that you've seen, I like to invite you to subscribe. There's a lot more changes and things that we're doing that's coming up. Some things we're doing by ourselves. Some things we're hiring other people out to come and do the work for us. But yeah, there's just so many things that are changing. So many things that are going to be new. I haven't revealed the full remodel of my garden yet. I will be doing that soon too. But I invite you to subscribe if you hadn't subscribed already. Please leave a comment, click like, share with people, tell people about my videos. It's just a little humble garden that I have here. Nothing spectacular or big, but And mostly I do this just to keep track and keep record of things that are not working, things that are working, so I have an ongoing track record of that. And that's all for today. As always, you guys, God bless.